A massive winter storm and ice storm will impact much of the South, the Plains, and the Mid Atlantic, causing havoc across the Northeast, the Southeast, and the Plains. Not only do we have snow, but we also have ice. And we're going to talk all about it today. So make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more notifications and updates about this upcoming winter storm. So let's jump right into it. So we do have a name for this storm now. Its name is named Winter Storm Fern. So that is its name, which it's a pretty cool name. So let's get right into it. This is the GFS model, and we have a widespread 1 to 2 feet of snow. As you can see, back into Oklahoma and Arkansas, we have approximately 21 inches. And it's very possible that we do see 21 inches. And then back here in Kentucky, West Virginia, we could see about 1.5 feet of snow. And I think we could see about 1 foot of snow back in here near New York and Philadelphia. But let's actually take a look at our ice totals here, as that is going to be another big threat. And boy, have they jumped up more northernly. And as you can see here for Greenville, South Carolina, we got 1 1/4 of an inch of ice. And this is devastating, guys. This is going to cause widespread power outages. Back here into Mississippi and Louisiana, we got 2 inches of ice. This is just not good at all. Let's actually take a look at our European model. As can't just look at one model, we gotta look at pretty much all the models. Well, let's take a look at our total snowfall. Sadly, I do not have our ice, but it's showing pretty much the same thing as the GFS. But this time, a little less snowfall over here. Across places like Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, we got instead less than 1 foot of snow. But I do think we'll see at around 1 foot of snow back here, and then we got a lot of snow back in Oklahoma. So I'm definitely very confident with them getting a lot of snow. Let's actually take a look at our HRR model. No, let's actually do the NAM. All right, so we're gonna do the NAM. These are more high resolution models, so these give us a better picture of what's going on. And you could definitely see this is a little bit behind, so there's more like 1 foot back in here, but you can see a lot of snow just like that all across this region. And let's take a look at our freezing rain. I'm not sure, it doesn't get the whole thing yet because it's a little bit low on its thing. So we're still waiting for those high resolution models to come in a little bit later. We'll see that probably tomorrow, so we'll look at that tomorrow. But let's look at our watches and our warnings. And boy, do we have a lot of winter storm warnings. But not only do we have winter storm warnings, but we have ice storm warnings. Yes, ice storm warnings. Back into places like Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina. And then back here into Louisiana, Texas, parts of Mississippi, and even some parts of Arkansas. So yes, we are going to see ice too. That's going to be a big threat. So, what do we need to do? We need to take some precautions. And the precautions that we're going to have to take are going to be very severe. So, what we're going to do is make sure you get chargers, batteries, flashlights, blankets, because it's going to get cold if your power goes out. Make sure if you do have a generator, make sure to put it 25 feet away from the house. That way you don't get any carbon monoxide poisoning, as those are the leading causes of death during winter storms and ice storms. So make sure definitely to keep that away. Let's look at ice storms here. So we have a lot of ice stuff. So stay off ice if it's if it's less than 2 inches thick, you can see this is likely what we're going to have for the ice storm. You have sagging branches. These will likely snap. It seems to be this is about an inch of ice. Maybe half. I think this is half an inch of ice. So we'll likely see possibly even more than this, which is really going to be bad. For nor'easters, let's see if this will load. This is what it could really look like in some places. This is about a foot of snow, and we'll see about a foot of snow, so you can kind of get an idea of what's going to happen here. Let's actually look at the chances of seeing moderate impacts from this winter storm, as it's going to be very likely here. So let's play this out. This is currently, we have the time up here. This is Saturday, January 24th, so this is 7 p.m. tomorrow. And as you can see, we start off with a 100% chance. So let's just play this out. We do have our key down here. You get the idea, so just look at that for chances. I'll play this out. Really, the main threat is going to be over here in Oklahoma, especially back here into Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, as we have the ice threat, and even in South Carolina, Georgia, and North Carolina. And then even back here in Philadelphia and New York, and maybe some near Louisville and places. Nashville is a little bit questionable, but let's play this out even more here. And it kind of goes away after a little bit. So let's look at major impacts, actually. There is still a very likely chance of seeing major impacts. Extreme impacts, there's basically nothing at all, which makes sense. But those chances could increase. That is definitely a possibility. Now, after the storm is pretty much over, we are going to have a lot of cold air. And when I say a lot of cold air, I mean a lot of cold air. Let's actually take a look at our temperatures here. It is going to be freezing down in the southeast and across some parts of the plains and the mid-Atlantic right here. And then in the west, it's going to be, excuse me, it's going to be very, very warm. And this is going to set up the pattern for another possibility of seeing possible snow. Now, it's very unlikely. We do have a 30% chance of seeing snow down here in the southeast, as we are seeing another system exactly a week from tomorrow being possible. So I will definitely take a look at that. That'll be our next system to talk about. But we're mainly going to be talking about the effects of this storm. And it's going to be a bad one, guys. But that is pretty much it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. I will post new videos tonight and tomorrow, so make sure to take a look at that. Thank you guys for 263 subscribers. I've gone a long way. I got this webcam working. Make sure to be safe out there. It's going to be very, very cold. If you have power outages, make sure to get warmed up with blankets. It's going to be better if you have like 10 blankets on you than just a winter jacket. So make sure to stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.